8 powerful reasons why you should never hurt a Sagittarius. Do you think you can hurt a Sagittarius and they'll just stay there, waiting for you to come back? Think again. Today, you'll discover 8 powerful reasons why you should never hurt a Sagittarius, and why. Losing their trust is one of the biggest mistakes you can make in your entire life. Because when a Sagittarius decides you're done, you're not just out of their life, you're erased from their future. And trust me, their future is always brighter without the people who betrayed them. Welcome to Astrological Revelations, where we dive deep into the raw, honest truths about every zodiac sign. If you love real astrology, not the surface level stuff, but the deep psychological patterns that actually explain human behavior, then you're in the right place. This video is part of a special series exploring what really happens when you hurt each zodiac sign. And let me tell you, Sagittarius is one of the most misunderstood signs when it comes to emotional pain. People think they're carefree, always happy, always moving on. But the truth? When you hurt a Sagittarius, the consequences are deeper and more permanent than you could ever imagine. So hit that subscribe button right now, turn on the notification bell. And let's get into the 8 powerful reasons why hurting a Sagittarius is a mistake you'll regret forever. Reason 1. They disappear without warning. Let's start with the first reason. And this one catches people completely off guard. When a Sagittarius feels deeply hurt, they don't always argue or explain. They simply vanish. One day you're texting, calling, making plans. The next day, complete silence. No explanation, no closure, no dramatic goodbye. They just disappear. And here's what people don't understand. Sagittarius doesn't ghost you because they're playing games. They disappear because they've already made the decision that you're not worth their energy anymore. They've run the numbers in their head, weighed the situation, and concluded that you don't deserve a front row seat to their life. Suddenly, they're living a completely different life. Maybe in a different city. Maybe with different people. Maybe pursuing a dream they never even told you about. They protect their freedom by removing anything that feels heavy, toxic, or limiting. And if that's you, you're gone. The scary part. They won't even look back. While you're still trying to figure out what happened, they're already 3 steps ahead, building a life where you simply don't exist. That's the Sagittarius way. When the door closes, it locks from the inside. Reason 2. They lose respect faster than love. Reason number 2 is something most people don't realize until it's too late. Sagittarius values respect more than romantic drama. Once they lose respect for you, the connection is practically over. Even if there are still feelings, let me explain this because it's crucial. A Sagittarius can still like you. They can still miss you. They can even still love you in some way. But if you've crossed a line that made them lose respect for who you are as a person, it's over, done, finished. They might not tell you right away. They might even stick around for a little while, trying to see if things can change. But inside, they've already detached. The respect is gone, and without respect, everything else crumbles. This is because Sagittarius is a fire sign ruled by Jupiter, the planet of truth, wisdom, and higher ideals. They need to admire the people they're close to. They need to respect your integrity, your honesty, your character. If you lie, manipulate, play victim, or act small-minded, you become someone they can't respect. And once that happens, no amount of apologies or promises will bring back what was lost. So here's the lesson. Don't confuse their warm, friendly nature with naivety. They see everything. And the moment they lose respect for you, you lose them permanently. Reason 3. Their honesty becomes brutal. Now let's talk about reason number 3. And this one can be genuinely shocking if you're not prepared. When Sagittarius is calm, they can be playful, optimistic, even a little goofy. But when they feel betrayed, their honesty becomes brutal. Sagittarius is ruled by the archer. And when they've been hurt, every word becomes an arrow aimed directly at the truth you don't want to hear. They'll say exactly what everyone else is too polite, too scared, or too fake to say. They'll expose your lies, your hypocrisy, your manipulation, and they won't sugarcoat a single thing. Why? Because Sagittarius is the sign of truth. And when you hurt them, they feel morally obligated to speak the truth, not to hurt you back, but to restore balance. They'll tell you exactly who you are, exactly what you did, and exactly why you'll regret it. And the worst part? They're usually right. This isn't cruelty. This is clarity. And while it might sting in the moment, many people look back later and realize that Sagittarius was the only person honest enough to tell me what I needed to hear. But here's the thing. Once they've said their truth, they're done. They don't need to argue, debate, or convince you. They've released it, and now they're free to move on. All right, pause for a second. If you're a Sagittarius watching this, I need to know, do you become more honest, maybe even brutally honest, when someone crosses your boundaries? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you know a Sagittarius, tag them right now because they need to see this. #* reason 4. They never stay where they feel small. Moving on to reason number 4. And this is a big one. Sagittarius hates feeling trapped, controlled, or emotionally minimized. If you hurt them by trying to limit their dreams, their friends, or their freedom, you become a symbol of everything they must escape from. Here's the thing about Sagittarius. They are expansion incarnate. Their entire existence is about growth, exploration, adventure, and possibility. They need to feel like life is opening up, not closing in. So when you try to control them, whether it's telling them who they can be friends with, where they can go, or what dreams they're allowed to have, you're not just hurting them, you're suffocating them. And Sagittarius would rather start from zero than stay in a situation where their spirit feels small. They'll walk away from relationships, jobs, even entire life chapters if it means reclaiming their freedom. Because to them, freedom isn't a luxury, it's oxygen. I've seen Sagittarius people leave stable relationships, good jobs, comfortable homes, all because something or someone made them feel caged. And you know what? They never regret it. They might struggle for a while, they might have to rebuild, but they'll always choose the unknown over a known prison. So if you've hurt a Sagittarius by trying to control them, don't be surprised when they leave. They're not running away from you. They're running toward themselves. * reason 5. They replace pain with new adventures. Reason number 5 is both beautiful and devastating. Depending on which side you're on, instead of crying forever. Sagittarius tends to throw themselves into new experiences, travel, studies, new hobbies, new people. They transform emotional pain into movement. While other signs might sit in their sadness, replay old memories, or try to fix what's broken, Sagittarius does the opposite. They book a flight. They sign up for a course. They join a new community. They say yes to invitations they would have turned down before. They replace you with experiences that actually make them feel alive. This is the Sagittarius superpower. They turn heartbreak into momentum. The more you hurt them, the faster they run toward a life where you simply don't exist. And here's the part that stings. They don't do this to make you jealous or to prove a point. They do it because it genuinely makes them feel better. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign, which means they adapt through action. Sitting still in pain feels like torture to them, so they move. They explore, they grow. And by the time you realize what you've lost, they're already living a completely different life. One that's so full, so vibrant, so rich, that there's no room left for you. So if you hurt a Sagittarius, don't expect them to stay stuck. Expect them to level up so fast. You won't even recognize them if this is resonating with you right now. Whether you're a Sagittarius or you've experienced this with one, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more people find this video and feel seen. And seriously, the algorithm loves it when you engage. So drop a like, leave a comment, and let's keep going. Reason 6. They see the big picture. 11:05 to 13 o'clock. All right. Reason number 6 goes deep into the Sagittarius psyche. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of wisdom and expansion. After the first shock of betrayal, they step back and see the bigger lesson. They don't just ask, why did this happen? They ask, what is life trying to teach me through this person? What part of myself am I being called to grow? What pattern am I repeating? And how do I break it? This is why Sagittarius can detach faster than you expect. It's not that they don't care. It's that they care more about their own evolution than they care about holding on to pain. They zoom out. They see the situation from 30,000 feet. And once they understand the lesson, they integrate it and move on with surprising clarity. This philosophical nature is both their strength and their protection. While you're still stuck in the drama, they're already extracting wisdom from it. They're journaling, talking to mentors, reading books, doing inner work. They're turning your betrayal into a chapter in their personal growth story. And here's the kicker. Once they've learned the lesson, you become irrelevant to the narrative. You were a teacher, not a destination. And Sagittarius doesn't need to keep revisiting old lessons. They learn it, apply it, and move forward. So if you hurt a Sagittarius, don't be surprised if they thank you later. Not because they're being sarcastic, but because they genuinely learned something valuable from the experience. And then they'll wish you well and never think about you again. #* reason 7. They can forgive, but never go back 13 o'clock to 15 o'clock. * reason number 7 is one of the most misunderstood aspects of Sagittarius. They can forgive you in their heart. But that doesn't mean you get a second chance. Let me be very clear about this. Sagittarius is capable of deep forgiveness. They're ruled by Jupiter, the planet of benevolence and grace. They understand that people make mistakes, that we're all flawed, that life is complicated. So yes, they might forgive you, especially if they felt something real. But here's what people get wrong. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. Forgiveness doesn't mean letting you back in. Forgiveness doesn't mean giving you another opportunity to hurt them. Many Sagittarius forgive silently and still keep the door closed. They release the resentment because holding on to it would only weigh them down. But that doesn't mean they trust you again. It doesn't mean they want you in their life again. It just means they've made peace with what happened and they're choosing peace over bitterness. They prefer peace at a distance instead of trying to rebuild something that already broke. Because to them, once trust is shattered, the foundation is gone, and they're not interested in building on broken ground. So if a Sagittarius forgives you, don't mistake that for an open door. It's actually the opposite. It's them closing the door gently instead of slamming it. It's them choosing grace over anger. But the door is still closed, and it's staying that way. ** reason 8. Their future is always brighter. Without drama, and now we arrive at reason number 8, the ultimate truth about hurting a Sagittarius. In the end. Hurting a Sagittarius usually pushes them toward a more authentic, more powerful, more expansive life. They become more independent, more adventurous, and more focused on their true purpose. The future they build without you often looks much brighter than the past you shared together. This is the part that people don't see coming. You hurt them, they leave. And you think, good riddance, or they'll be back. But then months go by, maybe a year. And you check their social media, or you hear through mutual friends, and you realize they're thriving. They're glowing. They're living their best life. And it hits you. They didn't just move on, they leveled up. Because here's the secret about Sagittarius. They don't just survive heartbreak. They use it as fuel. They channel the pain into purpose. They take the lessons and build something beautiful. They become the person they were always meant to be, and that person doesn't need you. I've seen this happen over and over again. Someone hurts a Sagittarius, thinks they won, and then watches from the sidelines as that Sagittarius goes on to achieve things, experience things, become someone so magnetic and free that the past relationship looks like a distant memory. So here's the final truth. When you hurt a Sagittarius, you're not just losing them. You're losing access to the incredible future they were willing to build with you. And once they build that future without you, there's no going back. They're gone. And they're better off. So let's wrap this up. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's this. * before you play games with a Sagittarius, before you lie to them, manipulate them, or take their loyalty for granted. Remember these 8 powerful reasons. * you might think they need you. You might think they'll wait. You might think they'll give you another chance. But the truth is, a Sagittarius is always one decision away from choosing a whole new life, a life where you simply don't exist. And once they make that choice, it's final. If you're a Sagittarius watching this, I see you. I know you've been through it. I know you've had to walk away from people you loved because staying would have meant losing yourself. And I want you to know, you made the right choice. Your freedom, your peace, your authenticity, those are non-negotiable. Never apologize for protecting your spirit. And if you love a Sagittarius, treat them with the respect, honesty, and freedom they deserve. Because when a Sagittarius loves you, they bring adventure, wisdom, laughter, and loyalty into your life. But the moment you betray that, you lose one of the most incredible people you'll ever meet. All right, now here's what I need you to do. First, subscribe to Astrological Revelations if you haven't already. We're building a community of people who love deep, honest astrology, the kind that actually helps you understand yourself and the people around you. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Second, comment below with your sun, moon, and rising sign. And tell me, what was the biggest lesson you learned from a Sagittarius? Or if you are a Sagittarius, tell me, which of these 8 reasons resonated with you the most? I read every single comment, and I love hearing your stories. Third, if you're dealing with a Gemini or you want to understand how other signs handle betrayal, go watch my video, 8 Powerful Reasons Why You Should Never Hurt a Gemini. I'll leave it linked on the screen right now and in the pinned comment below. Click it, watch it, and continue this journey through the zodiac with me. And finally, hit that like button if this video resonated with you. It helps YouTube show this to more people who need to hear it. Thank you so much for watching Astrological Revelations. Remember, the stars don't lie, and neither do we. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay curious, stay authentic, and never underestimate the power of a Sagittarius.